spectacular ocean views not far away from the home of the Florida Atlantic Owls, FAU Stadium in Boca Raton, Florida, where they hope this game lives up to the setting. Today, two teams get set to square off in an intra-conference battle in the AAC. As we'll see, the Army Black Knights taking on the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Black Knights will kick it away to start us off. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Florida Atlantic's offense will get the first swing of the game. And not only is this guy the energy and the engine of the offense, there's a certain charisma that he has that sort of elevates everyone around him.
He's got a moxie about him, Reese. Just seems like when he's in the huddle, he's got 10 other sets of eyeballs looking at him and believing in him to lead this offense down the field towards scoring points. This guy is a leader in every sense of the word.
They'll keep it on the ground. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Scanning the field, it's Fancher. Makes his connection. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. So the Army Black Knights offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
The timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted, messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now they can start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
He'll call for the fair catch here. This time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Looking to pass on second down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. They go to the draw. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Robinson. He's got great speed. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Gets rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Black Knights will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Yeah, last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Pocket starts to collapse. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. 3rd and 10, still back up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Looking for a man. It's Fancher. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field.
On to kick it away.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Give to the fullback. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
Those fullbacks are grown men. Those guys are constantly hitting linebackers and blocking the whole entire game. So when you get a chance to give the big boy the ball, it's always, you know what it is? It's a morale boost for everybody on the whole field. Everybody gets jacked up, and he finally gets to touch the football.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. The option look.
Gain of 1. 2nd down coming up.
Now on 2nd down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And they get him down. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Goes to the option. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
Man, those plays are frustrating on a defense. You get 3 stops and you force that 4th down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the 1st down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
Line getting set on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
They believe they can run right here. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his spot. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Now on second down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Trying to move the sticks on third down. Back to pass, it's Fancher. Completes it in the middle. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The Owls are rolling down the field. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Wants to fire on second down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pressure. Oh, he wants it all. And it's caught at the 10.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll throw it on first down. Looking for the score. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up, keep this lead, the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Cole. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Dropping back, it's Daly. Quarterback extends the play. Fires on the move. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. He's going to pass. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Using the quick game.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Brings up second down.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball onto the 32. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Owls will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They're going to get on top in this game. They're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football palm out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so they can win this game.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. At the 45 on its way. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
At 3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
And the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
This Florida Atlantic offense is moving quickly. Coming out on first down with the play fake. The short hands, it's Johnson. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Tucker. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dialing up a second down pass play. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
Number 11 with the grab in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Georgia is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of giving UGA the rest of the day off. They're up by 9. if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown.
What a difference a change of scenery makes, right? I mean, they went into a hostile environment. They lost their first game, but they've rebounded beautifully. And I think coming back, playing in front of their home crowd really has impacted this game, and it's gotten them back to 500.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
24 on 3.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on their last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
He'll toss it. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this 3rd quarter in style. All right, guys, so Florida Atlantic has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Safe completion on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
He picks up the 1st down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Snagged in the middle. It's Reynolds. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
2nd down.
They'll run play action. Moves around to clear up the vision. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They are on the move. As they pick up the 1st down, they'll spot it at the 28.
And, David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the 1st?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone, reward him. Now he'll block harder, and he'll block longer in the future.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Daly coming after him. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He fires it out to the right. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot.
Pass interference penalty will cost the defense 15 and a 1st down for this offense. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
16-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
He's looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. The Black Knights want to move quickly. Here comes the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit through the football.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's Daly. Going for 6. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Army!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
He's looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And that one is picked up in the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Florida Atlantic, 24, Army, 9.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Shakes off the tackle. Delivers the stiff arm.
I've been really impressed watching this guy carry the football. It's been a serious workload. They've been force-feeding him the rock throughout the course of the game, and what's most impressive, he's getting better as the game goes on. That was his longest run of the game.
Nice move to stay on his feet. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop. And if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics. I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things. And find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.